The evening was quiet, just the sound of rain tapping softly against the kitchen window. Lena was setting the dinner table when she noticed something glimmering on her husband's hand. For a moment she thought her eyes were playing tricks on her. But no, it was there. His wedding ring. The same ring he had claimed to lose months ago. Her hands froze. Her heart began to pound. "You found your ring," she said, forcing a smile. Ethan looked down at his hand, almost casually. "Oh, yeah. It was in my old car, under the seat. Must have fallen there." He said it so easily. Too easily. Lena nodded, pretending to believe him. But inside, something cracked. Because the ring didn't look like it had been under a car seat for months. It was spotless, polished, shining, almost brand new. That night, while Ethan slept beside her, Lena stared at his hand resting on the sheets. The ring caught the faint light from the lamp, a golden circle that used to symbolize forever. She remembered how heartbroken she'd been when he said he lost it, how he'd looked guilty back then, apologizing again and again. Now, that guilt made sense. Her mind raced with questions she didn't want answers to. Where had the ring been? Who had it all this time? She told herself not to jump to conclusions, but deep down, she already knew. The next morning, Ethan left early for work. Lena stayed behind, her thoughts louder than the ticking clock. As she was folding laundry, she found his jeans, the ones he'd worn yesterday. Something crinkled in the pocket. She pulled it out. It was a receipt from a jewelry cleaning service, dated last week. Her chest tightened as she read the name written at the top. Customer, Sophie Blake. Lena's fingers went cold. She knew that name. Sophie Blake, the woman Ethan always mentioned, the coworker he claimed was just a friend, the one who texted him after hours, whose name made him smile at his phone. And now, her name was connected to his wedding ring. That evening, Lena cooked dinner as usual. She laughed at his jokes, she poured his favorite wine. Everything seemed normal, except for the small folded receipt sitting under her napkin. She waited until the moment was right, until Ethan reached for his glass. Then she quietly placed the receipt on the table, face up. Ethan froze. His eyes locked onto the paper like it was a bomb about to explode. "Where did you get that?" he whispered. "From your pocket," Lena replied calmly. "You must have forgotten it." He blinked, trying to form an excuse. "That's nothing. Sophie she helped drop it off. I didn't have time." Her voice stayed steady. "So Sophie helped clean your ring, the one you said you lost." He swallowed hard. Silence filled the room. "It's not what you think," he said. Lena gave a sad smile. "It never is it?" For a long moment, neither of them spoke. Then Lena stood up slowly, walked to his side of the table, and took his hand gently. She stared at the ring, the perfect golden circle now shining under the kitchen light. "You know what hurts the most, Ethan?" she whispered. "It's not that you cheated. It's that you made me question my own intuition. You made me think I was crazy." Tears welled in her eyes, but her voice didn't shake. She took off her own wedding ring and placed it beside his plate. The small metallic sound echoed through the room. "You said the ring was lost," she said quietly. "I guess you just didn't mean it with me." Ethan reached out, panic rising in his voice. "Lena, wait, please. It's not what you think. I love you." She stepped back, shaking her head. "Love doesn't lie this easily, Ethan. You didn't just lose a ring. You lost us." She turned away, grabbed her coat, and walked to the door. Before she left, she looked back one last time. "Tell Sophie she did a good job cleaning it. It looks brand new." Then she walked out, closing the door behind her, softly, but finally. The next few weeks were a blur for Ethan. Every time he saw the ring, he felt its weight, heavier than ever. He tried to call her, text her, even went to her sister's house, but Lena never replied. One night, he took off the ring, placed it on the counter, and just stared at it. It looked cold now, empty. For the first time, he realized, a ring isn't what keeps someone bound to you. Truth does. And he'd broken that long before the metal ever left his finger. Months later, Lena sat at a cafe alone, sipping her coffee. She wasn't bitter anymore, just free. She wore no ring, but her smile returned, softer, realer. She caught her reflection in the window and saw peace, not pain. Sometimes she still wondered when exactly she lost him. But then she'd remind herself, she didn't lose anything, she escaped. Some things don't get lost. They just end up where they were never meant to be. If you found your partner wearing a ring they once claimed to have lost, would you ask the truth or let their lies expose themselves?